In any event, between the time he first started with you up until the time of this accident, you were generally satisfied with the work of Mr. Wood and his crew, were you? Yes. Were they reliable? Yes. Were they dependable? Yes. Completely? For the most part, yes. For you had a new normal routine in opening the restaurant each day, correct? Yes. What time would you arrive to open it? Defendant's counsel, objection, Your Honor, on the ground of relevancy. The court, the objection is overruled in the morning. The court, were you the first person in to use the key to open the restaurant in the morning? Yes. When you arrived there, though, the restaurant was not empty. There was somebody there? Correct. That is the overnight cleaning crew? Yes. Mr. Wood, when he was there, or just his crew? Right. As part of the routine, you had withdrawn. First of all, there is not a lot of activity in the restaurant at that point. Is that fair to say? Yes. Among the different routines that you followed is you checked the labor cards of the workers. May I say that, Defendant's counsel, just a moment. At this point, I object to the leading of a non-party in this fashion. This is his witness. Plaintiff's counsel, she is the general manager of the restaurant. Defendant's counsel, not anymore, Judge. The court, I will take that one, but let's try to avoid leading. In addition to checking the labor cards, did you have any other responsibilities? Yes. Regarding what? The previous day's sales figures. Would you check on the sales figures for the previous day? Yes. So you were busy when you arrived at the restaurant in the morning, right? Defendant's counsel, objection to the form of the question, Your Honor. The court, yes. It is bad in form, counsel. The objection is sustained. Did you have any responsibility for allowing or seeing any vendors or deliveries come in? Generally, when it came to vendors, I would be scheduling those at later times. Did the team leader have a name or a title? Mark. Mark Dwight, is that right? Defendant's counsel, objection leading, Your Honor. The court, the objection is overruled. Yes. He was the team leader in the kitchen? Yes. What were the responsibilities and duties of the team leader generally? They were light. What were they? He would alert me if there were any problems. Was he the head guy in the kitchen? No. Defendant's counsel, objection to head guy, Your Honor. The court, sustained. Was anybody higher than he in the chain of command in the kitchen? Sure. Who? There was a kitchen manager. But in the morning, it was the kitchen manager. You had a routine? Yes. What did that routine consist of? Walking through the restaurant to check on the work accomplished. Did you carry anything with you when making this inspection? Occasionally a flashlight. Would that inspection cover both the front of the house and the back of the house? Defendant's counsel, I object to the leading, Your Honor. The court, yes, the objection is sustained. Don't lead, counsel. How many members of the crew worked there overnight? I'd have to say 3 or 4. And this as the cleaning crew? Yes. I show you these photos. All right. So you recognize that depiction? Yes. What is it? It shows a black rubber mat. Was it your responsibility to order them? Yes. You made the selection? Yes. Where was the mat placed? In the kitchen. What was the reason for the kitchen mats in the kitchen? Defendant's counsel, I object to the question, Your Honor, on the ground that it is calling for the operation of the witness's mind as well as being improper in form. The court, the objection is sustained. Where were the mats laid out? Behind the dish stand where the dishwasher was. Is that alongside the kitchen sinks? Yes. Defendant's counsel, I object on the ground of relevancy, Your Honor. The court, the objection is overruled. Are the mats lined in that area? No. Where were they? I already said they were by the dishwashing machine itself. Is that the patch that the delivery men would take in the morning? Defendant's counsel, leading, Your Honor, and he means path, not patch. The court, yes, probably so, or palpably so, sustained. In fact, that is the only trail, so to speak, through the kitchen for delivery men to use? Correct. There is no alternative way? No. Was there a routine for care and cleaning of these mats? Defendant's counsel. Counsel is testifying, Your Honor. It is improper. This is direct, not cross-examination. The court, sustained. Generally, at the time of cleaning, the dining room is closed, is it? Yes. Who generally would be present at that time in the kitchen? The cooks and probably the bartenders and, of course, the manager. The closing manager? Right. That was not your shift? No. What in the morning do the dishwashers focus their attention on vis-a-vis these mats? Defendant's counsel, objection to the form of the question, Your Honor. The court, the objection is overruled if the witness understands it as soon as they arrived. Do you remember doing a deposition back in 2003? Objection, Your Honor. This is completely irrelevant and immaterial to this lawsuit. The court, I will allow it. Let's see where he is going with it. By the way, what did you leave, or when did you leave the employ of the restaurant? May of '03. Well, are you still in the restaurant business? No. Is there a custom and practice in your kitchen as to when the mats are to be put on the floor? Yes. Does this exhibit refresh your recollection as to placing of the mats in this area? Right. Defendant's counsel, Your Honor, I object to this whole line of questioning. Counsel seems to be wandering all over the lot. The court, sharpen up your objection, counsel, or I will overrule it. This whole line of questioning. The court, the objection is sustained. Counsel, if you have a point, make it post haste. You have a predilection for interrogating along the margins instead of getting quickly to the point. Please try to rectify your approach.